Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. There's Robinson showing the flash. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
This is taken at the 15. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Bryant has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 38.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bryant. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Man open is Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll look to throw again. He's got Smith here.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
To Jonnu Smith. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 15-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Robinson is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Rams. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, Win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Allen. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On second down, Cook.
And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The offense running out, and we shine the spotlight on the undrafted revelation.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 22 carries, 104 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
Complete to Dawson Knox. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. So the shotgun snap to Allen. A quick throw, but incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Allen again. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And following the turnover, they'll look to take the lead here as they start with a 1st and goal. Cook is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Cook.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
James Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Beats have taken the lead. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
But Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their route.
Touchdown! Paris Campbell, 44 yards. And the Rams have regained the lead. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. That time a 6-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. They run it again with Cook, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Allen's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Allen escaping the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try and work for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if If he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices.
Robinson now off the option.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
16-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A gain of 4 yards.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
4-yard line.
Buying time to his left. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Paris Campbell, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. On 2nd and 7, Allen. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll get this one to Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the lead now 11, 24-13. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you two in just a moment. First, we just want to give everybody a look ahead to what's in store for us this weekend as we enter the final month of this NFL season. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Couldn't free much space. On 2nd and 12, Allen. And that'll be caught by Tony. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Robinson now off the option, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They'll run with Patterson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Allen now on first down. Being chased out left. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The kick by Bass is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Rams ready to go on offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Patterson running between the tackles. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. To throw, it's Allen. Caught on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
2nd down and goal. Allen eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bobby Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Beats are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now Allen, and he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
2nd and 3. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Complete to Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of
2nd and 5. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, L.A. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, Their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play. And he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Back to throw here. And this one complete to Smith. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Complete. It's Johnson. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Robinson up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Bryant has it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Ryan Knoll
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Ballantyne now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
One final try here for Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game. That has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Robinson with another carry.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Ballantyne now from the end zone. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen getting the football to Davis on an out route. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd.
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a